now we would like to invite Professor Dr. K.S. Gupta, Director at Center of Quality Minds, and he will be delivering a session on overhauling processes and measures in higher education. I welcome you, sir.
Thanks to Galaxy and to FELA, I move on the what I said, the processes, system and all. I take the view of Professor Mathur, which has been very candid, very critical, and I may also tell some of the critical experiences and view. Kindly don't take otherwise. It's for the betterment of knowing the real image so that we can either clean the face or clean the mirror. Some of you have already mentioned to alignment with the vision, mission, and the values. Vision, mission, and the values. In my experience, I found that these are the decorating or sometimes decoration piece in the wall. They are hanging at the prominent place for the purpose of others to read it and understand. No way they are related to the internal people who are at the affair of implementing and achieving them. There is a lot of misalignment between vision to mission, mission to values. At the same time, most of the web pages which I see, there are exchanges there. Sometimes vision is written in the mission, sometimes mission is written as a vision, and clarity is not there. Values. Long back when I was in HL Management Academy, it was 1997, I conducted top management, 120 people sat down for 20 hours, 2 days, and brought out the values of HL to follow and emphasize. But putting all the effort, they remain again wall hanging, because every participant comes to my program, I will ask what are the values or how many values, and hardly people are able to reply even number. Forget about the values. Same thing I find. And since then, I'm really passionate about keep on putting the what kind of questions around these. So for one university I've taken, I'm naming the vision is university of choice for developing future leaders, entrepreneurs. Very clear vision is given. Clarity of vision is much more. Vision should not be having more than 7 words, because one cannot remember by heart and cannot understand. Now here if you look at, yes, 7 words are not there. 2 points are there, basically future leader, entrepreneurship. So choice for developing, if somebody has a choice to become future leader and entrepreneur, this is the university. That is the distinction, and that is the called differentiation. Earlier what has been, why they are not able to maintain? Because there have been the norms of conformance. That university does this, I will also do. That university has the syllabus, I will also have this. Does it? Everybody is working one after other common, and therefore the distinction, differentiation, and other their own vision, mission, values are not able to be effective. Coming to the mission, now how to achieve? Mission meaning is how to achieve, vision meaning is what to achieve. That's all. Very simple it is. So how to achieve is value creation by nurturing well-rounded, career-ready professional and entrepreneur through educational excellence and experiential learning. Now, very, very clear aspects are given in the terms of mission, and I can give you, this is the vision, and this vision is value creation, mission it in nurturing well-rounded, career-ready and entrepreneurs, and how? Educational excellence and experience-based learning. Where from it will come? It will come from this kind of 5 points are given here: international partnership, round development, all those things. I'm going faster because, of course, I have freedom to extend very comfortably, but still. So these will come, and where from this will be coming is this. Now, basic focus of everyone should come to this light blue box, the points, and points are not many. When many points are there, some people write 17 values, 17 mission points, 17 vision points. I'm sure that none of them they can achieve because they are not having any focus on anywhere. So internal processes start with the vision, mission, and values. Values are the meaning. What is the meaning of value? That every rules, regulation, process system must move around keeping center the values, whereas every rules, regulation negate the values in general. Values is respect to the people, and respect is hardly seen anywhere. Professor Mathur said very critically that no, everybody will be after 10 minutes, he'll go to that window, go to that, and obviously the person is not available. This is called my life learning lessons are there ABCD method of management. A means avoid, B means bluff, C means consider, and then do comes. Now, if such methodology follows, you can imagine what will be the national and international part of it. So when you focus on internationalization or even national development, today we are having Make in India, all those things, we need the industry 4.0 ready people. But where are we standing? If we are very critical, past 5 years, I've been crying top of my voice for the purpose, but hardly heard. FELA is going to take my voice somewhere else. I'm so happy about that. So industry 4.0 ready we want, and we are not industry 2.0 even some of the places. So no doubt you may say infrastructure is less, you may say this is that is, in spite of all those constraints available, the capability of the people is only going to overcome and improve those or meet those challenges and improve those constraints. So that is what is requirement. Now basic system approach I have: input, processing, and output. Now, if you are getting the one level of input, you process with one methodology. If you get different level of input, you process with different methodology. And certain methodology can be applied anywhere. My experience is going to the conducting some topics and then some papers. And I am Bangalore, I am Kozhikode regularly. It's an enjoyment in conducting the session there, because their challenge is I have to be ahead of those lot which is challenging always. So when we send the stateway cases of 50 pages, 60 pages, and different groups will be ready, and particular day and time particular group will present, my job is to sit down behind and listen to them. And then I have to be ahead of them by challenging them. And that is what is needed. I have to prepare much more than. And in that process, we need not worry about the knowledge, but worry about the concept, worry about the developmental process, worry about the application, which I think Professor Mathur has brought out clearly, application. So, and here automatically the feedback. Now, here we lack. Someone mentioned that we should have, a professor from, anyway, I'm not able to recall it. He mentioned about the feedback. Feedback will improve with the use of technology, ready-made available. What for feedback is used nowadays? It is used for the purpose of firing out or firing the person, that's all. Or not giving the raise or maybe whatever benefits are there. And its manipulated version is there. Mind it, my dear, most of the institution where I have interaction, this is not taken for, because the focus is not on learning. It's not a learning feedback. I have redesigned the format, I have given to the people, but no, they will only ask, has faculty come on time? Has faculty has given? Everything focus on faculty, and asking whom? Those who are not even qualified to what is called just the faculty in those terminology what is given there. So it is only used for the purpose of punishing or taking certain decision which they want to implement, not for the purpose of development or for the purpose of any other. So, and who is involved in that? Anybody, self is involved to understand what is the input, what should be the processing to get the right output. That's what very simple approach I follow, and that is why my focus is to redesign the system, process and all, keeping our vision, mission and values in line with. For example, IAMs, they did the top cream. Now, if their mission values are not aligned to take this top cream to further higher level, there's no meaning. If some rural college get the surrounding people where their level is very low, their job is to take that input and apply those processing to raise their level. They cannot make equivalent to IIM outcome, but they can definitely focus and put the effort to improve their output. So why students come to university? Very pertinent, very simple question is, university provide the input for desired level total transformation by. These are the simple points I have written, enhancing awareness. In fact, let me give you the little background. This I have been implementing. I have implemented some of the thing in while being a consultant to Bangladesh University to improve their quality during 2017 and 18. And they have invited me repeated time by implementing and asking me to how to improve upon those things. I was quite happy, at least they are sincere and serious to do something. So self-transformation, what I am writing, enhancing awareness, self-transformation, learning to manage self, change others' resources, get equipped with the tools to face the challenge, future challenge. Now, even these things are not known by participant, known by student. They themselves do not know. Now it is our job, it is a faculty role, it is an institution role to make them ready awareness, make their level of awareness better. Otherwise, there's no meaning. So, for what? To have a meaningful life by contributing to the people's life and society. Ultimate aim is this. So, system process, by redesigning system processes, redesigning curricula, transformation of teachers to facilitator. The way I have been taught, I was teaching with minor modification, help of some technology. The way I am teaching, my student will become teacher and he will start teaching the similar manner. There is no, what we call it, major changes or major modification or innovation and applied. So, but what we need, and at the same time, if you look at the behavior of a student, whether it's PG or researcher or UG or PhD even, they behave like primary student, showing the dependence, 100% dependence on faculty. And faculty also keep them dependent and act like a primary teacher. Neither faculty raise their own level of processes and system to become facilitator, nor student become learner, and online or whatever courses, MOOC or platforms are there, all these outcome result will depend upon the learnability of the student, learnability of the learner, and there is no learnability taught anywhere. Everywhere, one certificate passing, another certificate issued, and they are brought to the level of university. Then here it becomes a kind of bottleneck because they are coming to the terminal education, final education. So it becomes the responsibility of universities that to develop the student from primary level behavior to adult level behavior and make them to learner, so that, for last point, they transform to self-directed learner and self-determined learner. What we need them to, as a self-directed and self-determined, than what they are. So for that purpose, what we need? We need current and future needs of the society, and come back to redesigning system process, everything. What is our, I have been in different syllabus reviewing committee. Review is only whitewashing. Review is only removing from one place to place, another place. And who are the people along with me? Those who are on the verge of retirement, they never leave their first love which they had 40 years before. And therefore, they will try to place that first love anywhere. It will not be. They are not looking for future, they are looking for past. And what do we teach? We teach most of the 20 years old, or maybe 30 years old or 15 years old, we are not teaching most of the places current and the future requirement. What is current? I 4.0. What is future? 5.0 and 6.0 technological disruptions. Thanks to Corona, no doubt there have been any disruption will damage much, no doubt. But at the same time, it brings new opportunity and the changes faster. And that's what the Corona has given us opportunity to think about current and future, not past. So my earnest request is we must focus on the simple point, transformation of teacher to facilitator, and these facilitator must transform before putting them to the regular syllabus and teaching learning. They should be transformed to adult behavior and learner. Otherwise, their behavior remains throughout the life as only primary student. I am very critical to it because I have been experiencing, I have experienced most of the places. Maybe some are exception everywhere. So we must understand what is the talent they have. Most of the time we don't know the meaning of talent. We means I'm talking about in general, and that is a thought, feeling, a pattern of thought, a recurring pattern of thought, feeling, and behavior. And some of the talent are example given here. Now, what are the talent available in the scholar? That is what the focus has to shift from the group of 60 students to individualize topping up. Common has to be there, no doubt, but topping up has to be there as per the individual level. And purpose of any faculty must be to raise the level wherever one is. Not the purpose is that they pass examination. Everybody is passing. Everybody gets certificate with some grading, but does it serve the purpose? All of us we know. We should look back and critically and think what is needed. I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm claiming these things are required. Lack of self-awareness. As I said, that they don't know what is their talent. They don't know what is their personality. They don't know what kind of behavior they exhibit. They don't know what for they have come here. They don't know what is learning. They don't know how to learn. So self-deception is the basic reason. Denial. I know everything. I am adult. How the faculty can say like this and take Janda immediately, go for the useless thing which are not going to help me for my development. For that, examination should be online. Examination should be from the home. They are not at all. They are following what we call it shortcuts to achieve certificate, achieve passing. They do not understand in the long term what is next. Will they get the job? Will they be able to perform even if they get the job? So, self-deception denial. They started thinking by skewing cognitive awareness in order to find the way to avoid pain and anxiety. Not at all. Coping with the life's frustration. Make sense out of events that are congruous. So, this increases, this result to the thought process leads to misinformed, miscommunicate, mislearn, and misinform others. And that is what is that manifest as discrepancy between espoused and actual behavior. Which results? Feedback avoiding behavior, negatively impact in gathering evidence and reaching conclusions and learning. So, an inability to form relationship, peers, etc., realistic view of the self, that is the self-awareness. And most of the students are not aware about themselves. So we need to put the effort to make them aware. We must understand the expectations. Whose expectations? Peers' expectations, parents' expectations, brother, sister, society, government, grandparent, business, all these have certain expectations. And if we are aware what are the expectations, possibly we can decide this expectation will meet and this will not meet. This is our standard. We are going to have this and focus on that. But unfortunately, we focus on everything and result is nothing or something. Understanding the mind program, this diagram is a result of some 10 years of my effort to keep on adding as per the behavioral understanding in simplified form to communicate during my sessions. So here also I brought it. Input we get from senses and thoughts come. This thought creates the feeling, and feeling will force us to make some decision to action. This is one path. Other feeling also change my affect my attitude, and from there desire will be generated, and which will make us to action. Now these two paths can be utilized for the purpose of development. From the action, if it is emotions will be generated, and these emotions will give the feedback to thoughts again. At the same time, repeat action also will be done through emotions, which will form a mind program. I've been working on the reprogramming of the mind of late for some 10 years. And then I found something else is lacking because the results are not coming from reprogramming. So I found personal energy management is lacking. And I'm working past 3 years, 2.5, 3 years on this area. Keep conducting awareness, researches and all those things and helping people to have better energy management. And most of the time, we are unaware that 80% of energy goes waste, leaks out, drains. If we are able to improve our 10%, I think we'll be having much more to achieve. This program forms a belief, and belief again will give the input to thoughts. So thoughts get the input from senses, input from the beliefs, input from the emotions continuously. And then it will follow the path. At the same time, belief will have continuous interaction with thoughts also. And these beliefs are monitored by values. Here comes the power of values, which I say individual values vis-a-vis organizational values and their alignment. And these values are getting the input continuous interaction with, again, self-concept. So these three, belief, values, and self-concept. If I'm not aware about myself, what all this will interact, I'm not clear, I don't know. So, and this self-concept get the feedback are from the self-ideal, self-image, and self-esteem. Now, this is what is, if I've understood, things will start in clarity and everything begins in the mind. So what is adult learner? Awareness of facilitator and self about personality, goals, skills, learning style, confidence. How many students are aware about, and how many faculty are aware about themselves, as well as making student aware. At the same time, innovativeness, competencies, entrepreneurial orientation, skills, and challenges. They may be aware certain things here, but blue is question mark. Now this whole thing goes as an input to become adult learner. So this is awareness part. Characteristics of adult learner, of course, certain places, some characteristics are defined, which are to be given as input to the adult learner. Challenges in transformations, expectations I have already discussed, and facilitating approach will help to transform them to adult and learner. This is to be done during orientation program. Now, some colleges have half-a-day orientation, some have 1 day, and some have 3-4 days. I seriously suggest must be at least 4 weeks program where 1.5 weeks to be devoted to adult learning processes, adult behavior, and then transforming them to learner another 2.5 weeks, and then they are to be taken through certain practices, approaches throughout the semester to keep this momentum and transformation to happen. So total transformation is not only wish, it converted to want, need, and desire from their actions, which I have shown you mind program. And this action needs some preparation to get some result. Now here the same is shown here: input, processing, output. Outputs are our goal. Input processing is the change through education, training, and practices. What is that? What is required and what is existing. If you are not knowing what is existing, required we may be knowing, but the processing will not be taking through to achieve what is needed. So that is also to be needed. So transformation from adult to learner, something, some ideas, some processes I have given. Here, awareness of self and student about characteristic learner, which I have shown earlier, And all these are shown there for the processing to transform. Use of andragogy approach. What we are using, same pedagogy. Pedagogy. What is that pedagogy meaning is leading children to learn. If andragogy is called adult learning processes, and another is called heutagogy, that is for andragogy is for self-directed learner, whereas heutagogy is self-determined learner. Who are self-determined? At the research level, PhD and above, or MPhil, because they know what is to be done, what is to be learned, and they start learning. Their pedagogy is not the pedagogy, but we need to call heutagogy. So those kind of approaches must be adopted at different level of scholars, andragogy and heutagogy. And there are certain practices I have listed here to get the output, adult and learner behavior. Here is again shown the change existing to that of what I have already done. And now here some process is given where what is the role, institution role, as well as other processes role, curricula, training, techniques, tools, practices, andragogy, heutagogy, and faculty contribution come through these, and student competence, people alignment. It's not only faculty, whole staff is the key to support this transformation. If staff is, that's what Professor Mathur was, one window, one will go, he will go to another window and he will say, I'm not coming, it is not my job. This kind of approaches are happening. Certain, let me not mention the name of university. I have taken classes in June and they have not paid yet. It's not a big payment. Examination charges are 1,019 or something. 1,000 rupees they didn't pay past 4 months. You imagine after claiming. First of all, claim itself was hanging for 4 months. After claiming, is still not paid. You imagine the kind of responses. And under this kind of system and processes, we are not even critical. We put the claim, my university is world-class university, and I am not able to perform about my city people itself. So my purpose was to bring out these processes to knowledge, and therefore this is the last slide where both the transformations have been put together to achieve what we want simultaneously. So I will close here. If any clarification, I love to, and I'm passionate about, and anyone wants any kind of support, training, system, information, I'm ready. I'm available fully. Thank you very much. FELA thanks this Dr. Santosh Rane, an organizer, to give me such an opportunity to share my thought, but much more I have learned from you all. Thank you very much.